I find so many women entrepreneurs who have a great business. And when I talk about a great business, I mean, they're already generating revenues over $250,000, but they're struggling because they haven't been looking at the numbers and they haven't maybe put some systems in place.
But at the time that I got involved in this project, I really needed some solid, actual, serious business advice. And some of it at a very basic level, how to actually deal with a cash flow projection. Because in all of my 2 degrees at art school, no one ever showed me that.
There were a lot of challenges we faced growing our business. I didn't have a great understanding over the financial supports that I could have obtained from different institutions, and I didn't have a understanding over the resources that were available and how to actually achieve that and approach that.
I would not recommend anybody to do it the way that we did it. However, that being said, had we known the right ways of doing everything, we might have been, it was a deterrent, we might not have done it. So we did just go with our passion, our heart, and our belief, and this is what we needed to do, and here we are.
They start the business because they have a passion, they're good at doing something, they want to take that skill and they want to turn it into a business, but it's driven by passion and it's driven by opportunity.
Women do not access external capital as early in their business development as men do, often don't seek out establishing relationships with banks, often rely on their own personal money or credit cards.
Often what they will do is open up an account and run it in their personal name rather than in a business name. And it's kind of the next step after they've been running it in their personal name to actually set up a business account. And then they run with the business account for a while, and then the next step is to actually go for financing, but that's really a huge step.
The challenge with business lending for most financial institutions is that we take an historical perspective. We take a rear view look. And so those first couple of years of women starting and growing businesses are actually commonly unbankable by credit unions or one of the big 5 banks, because there doesn't exist the first 2 years of historical financials by which most traditional lenders will then take a view to say, right, you're on a good path and now you're going to grow your business.
Credit unions, I think, have a responsibility, I think we all do, to reach out to women, to let them know what resources are available.
I think it's really, really important because I don't think it's uncommon for women to start businesses without any background in it. And so there's a bit of unlearning I had to do quite literally from my own education to think about how to think about structuring a business.
As a newcomer, they face lots of barrier. For example, there's no family support, and then the most hardest one is that there's language barrier. And also they can't show credit history to you.
For developing a business, you need to know the environment, have the connection, have the resources, know the financial system and the financial resources around you, in knowing the regulation.
After 2 or 3 years, they gradually find out, okay, they want to bring the business to the higher level, and then they may have different issues in terms like financial things and in terms like business support. They want to know more about the Canadian way to developing their business.
So you have to look at the business and say, has this person created a job for themselves or have they created a business? And there's characteristics that we look at in a business of, is this a business? Could you bring other people in to run the business?
We actually didn't know or think about asking for help at this challenge. We asked the credit union for financial help and they stepped in and helped, which is amazing.
It's really about education when it comes down to it, in my mind, and building the confidence for women entrepreneurs and just increasing their awareness and knowledge of what opportunities, what types of financing are available to them.
Where there is an opportunity, where the world could be a better place for credit unions, being more supportive of startup and early stage growth businesses would be to move beyond taking that historical perspective and that rear view look at what a business has already done to looking at the promise of what a business could be.
We would love to have multiple locations across the world, so a flagship shop or a flagship boutique in distinctive locations, so i.e. capital cities around the world. So either it's in North America or somewhere else in Asia or even in Europe.
The vision was to start off small, stay consistent, do everything right, build a regular clientele. That was the vision. Now that we passed our 3rd-year mark, we've reached that, which is amazing. It feels great. Now there's ideas of opening a 2nd location and expanding our catering division. We're kind of backtracking a little bit and learning backwards, I guess. But it is what it is, and there's a bright future ahead, and we're looking forward to being a part of that.